Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Medieval Engineers. We are, episode 13? I was going to say 12. I'm pretty sure we're 13. I am not currently on the server. This is actually a new creative world because there's some things I want to show you. But I want to start off with a couple quick announcements as I maybe fly over here. This is the 13th episode. It will be the final episode of Chapter 2, but the question I'm getting asked a lot is, if I were to wrap this up, would I do Chapter 3? The answer is yes, and in fact that is going to start this Saturday, so by the time this video goes up, hopefully that first episode will be the next day, tomorrow. So anyway, that is a thing that is happening. So one of the things I want to note about Chapter 3 is that unlike the first two chapters, I don't think I'll be doing daily. I got to try and like calm down that schedule. I never really did dailies before, like daily videos, only when I started doing Medieval Engineers, and I've got a lot of other stuff going on, so I can't keep doing that. But I'll, have them every once in a while. I typically just post videos on the weekend, just to let you know how that works. Typically it's, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe. Sometimes just Saturday. So I don't know if I'll be going back to something like that, but I'm definitely not going to be doing daily videos of this. Now, additionally, I want to focus on just kind of smaller builds. I don't want to take on like giant projects. Some of the other people there may, so maybe we'll help with that. I want to do like smaller builds. We'll do some experimenting. I also want to do some fun stuff like kart races, for example. During the first chapter, Chloe and I used to mess around, jump in a cart, go down some hill, and it would crash and kill us horribly, but we had a lot of fun doing that. I want to do some more of that. I've got some other ideas as well. Maybe even bring in some blueprints into that. It is going to be survival, just like this has been. But anyway, I want to kind of goof around a little bit more and do a couple different things during that run. People involved in that one will be Vortac and Mojo. They're going to be coming back making videos as well. Kalohe will be there. We also have Wild One Izzy. So Izzy is going to be joining us. Maybe a few other people. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so Weem, what are you doing here? Well, what I did was I've started up a new world really quickly in creative mode because I wanted to show you this area because it's kind of the area I'm thinking that we will start on the server once we kind of start recording tomorrow. Today is Thursday actually, but Friday we will be recording the first episodes for Chapter 3. So anyway, I really like this area. I did fly around the map. I like to jump into creative and just kind of fly around the world and check out different locations. There's a little bit of iron near here. A little bit. I think there's actually like 2 spots. Somewhat close. I like the idea that there is a lot of trees, but we also have some grass area around. So I think this is kind of a cool spot. Obviously we can be shoveling and changing up the terrain a bit, so that'll be interesting as well. Let me bring up the map and show you. So this is here in the Levos area, and we are at C6D3. I'm kind of flown out here a bit, but this is kind of the area right over here. So anyway, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Now, Vortac and Mojo have trusted me with deciding where we would go. I said, well, we can all kind of jump in and run around if you want. And or I can just kind of find a spot, and they're like, yeah, just go ahead and find a spot. So anyway, I think this looks like a pretty cool spot. I think this is what we'll do, and we'll get started here very soon. Now, I thought about this a little bit, and we are going to be starting Chapter 3, and it will be a survival world, so we're going to have to gather all of our resources and everything ourselves. But I kind of thought it might be cool, because we've, I've played in Chapter 1, 10 episodes. This chapter, Chapter 2, has had, I guess this will count as the 13th episode, we'll count it. So we've got like 20 some odd episodes at this point, and when we start in Chapter 3, I was like, we're going to be starting completely over. I thought it might be kind of cool to actually build, here in creative mode, some kind of little starter place for the 3 of us. Now, why is this important? I want a place that already has beds so we can immediately spawn in our area every time we come on. Last time we had to keep, you'd spawn at the beginning of the map, and you'd have to then use the fast travel to come over to where we were every time you got on the server until we finally made beds. So what I kind of want to do, I'm hoping you guys don't mind, is make a little house here in creative mode that has 3 beds and maybe like a chest or 2. And then leave it at that. Just that, so we have a place to spawn once we first fast travel out there. We can just claim a bed, and then have like a storage box or 2 just kind of preset. And then we can go out and gather resources and do all that other stuff, and just kind of shortcut that very early nonsense, I guess. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, is that I might just go through here and build a little shack. Now, I'm almost thinking that it'll just kind of be one doorway we'll hop in and just one open room. We'll make it really basic. And I think a 3x3 is totally fine. Let's find some stairs. There's so many things here. Let's see. These guys. So we'll get those on here. Something like that. We'll put some floor down. Why not? Grab a little bit of floor. I don't think I need any more of the foundation. I think it's fine. Just kind of place these around here. So again, just very basic, just some place to get us started. It's not like we actually need a shelter with walls and roof. I mean, technically I could just drop a bed right here on, like, you know, I could line up 3 beds on a 2x2 really, but I don't know. We'll make something a little bit nice and it will just be our starter. And again, I want it to be as simple as possible, almost as simple as possible. So I'm just going to use wood. And we'll just kind of go from there. Just something real basic. Something like this. I won't even do a porch. Okay, let's see. And we won't do shutters or anything. We'll just keep this very basic. But we could throw a door on here. Why not? Okay, so there we go. Just super basic. And then what I did was I grabbed a thatch roof, I believe. Yeah, because we don't need any fancy tile roof to start. So let's do this guy here. We'll do a few of these. I've got this little bug in my room. It keeps like flying by my face. You need to leave me alone, buddy. Something like this. Nope. Here. There. There. And then I think I'm just gonna go with a well, I guess there is that smaller portion, right? This guy. Something like this. Oops, what are you doing, Weem? Not sure why that hopped over there. And there we go. Again, we'll keep it really basic. So let's see. We've got, I can do a wall here. Something like this. Let's see. One there. Let's go in here. Flying around here. Okay, cool. And then I've got the corners, so we can get this in. And then let's see. This is always fun getting these corners to go. I found that if you rotate them when they're not quite in position, like this, like it's not over in the hole that I want it in, but if you do it somewhere else, it will actually let you rotate it a little bit easier. When you get it into a position like that, sometimes it just doesn't want to spin for you. Oops, that looks right. And then, yeah, I'm actually trying to flip it and it won't do it yet, but I think if I bring it out like here, it will. There we go. Let's see, something like that. Wait a second. Did I do this the wrong way? There we go. Okay, cool. And then we've just got the little corner, which actually I think I'm just going to leave that open because why not? It'll be our little air vent. And then we've got 3 beds, and we're just gonna, again, I just want to get these set in here so we just have a place to spawn. I think I'll just do one in each tile back here. There you go. And then finally, I mentioned storage. I think I'll just do one large chest is what we'll do, and we'll just stick this over here in the corner, something like that. And there you go. That's kind of what I was thinking, is that we would just have a little place like this, a place that we could spawn in, and because it's just it's going to be a part of, you know, our area, I just thought it'd be nice if it was actually some kind of structure, just super basic, all wood. So anyway, I hope you guys can forgive me for maybe pre-building something like this. It really does save us time to have the beds, and like I said, just nice to have a little shell around it. So what I want to do next is I need to blueprint this thing. We're going to walk up and, let's see, Control B on this. There we go. You can see I've got a bunch of other ones here. I did grab some from the server, and I threw those on Steam. I think I'm just showing them like to friends only right now, so they're kind of hidden, mostly just to save these. But let's see, in hitting Control B, yeah, it makes these static grid guys here, so we can take really any one of these. I'll just take this first one. details. Rename this thing. Starter Shack. And then I'm going to go ahead and publish this to Steam. Okay, I did make one slight tweak to it. I did throw 2 more beds in there because we will have Kolohe and Wild One Izzy starting with us, so it might be nice for them to at least start in our area. And then I noticed that this guy's here. What? Why are you here already? That's not cool. Look at him. He's going to go attack the shack, which is totally fine if he does. I've already got it saved out. I don't know where he's going. Where are you going, buddy? He's running all over the place. But anyway, like I said, I hope you guys can forgive me the cheatiness of that, of kind of starting a little place off. But I just thought it would be kind of nice to get us going. So yeah, this is the area. The next step for me is to basically jump back on the server, and I'll have to switch it to creative mode, excuse me, in order to place the shack down. And then I'll switch it back to survival mode. I was gonna say survivor mode, but survival. And then yeah, we'll be able to get started. Pretty excited about getting started. Like I said, I've got some ideas of things that I want to do, and I think the others do as well. So we're gonna get this thing going pretty quick here. Okay, well, I just spawned a sword and killed that barbarian just because he was running around like crazy. But let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun while we're here. I am going to wrap this up pretty soon, so this will be a very short episode. I just basically wanted to wrap the series up. I didn't want to just leave it where the last episode was and kind of fill you guys in on what was going on. So let me bring up something here. I think let's do Weems in. Okay. May not be compatible. Okay. I guess maybe I can't bring that in. Let's go ahead and try that again. But maybe with this thing. There we go. Okay, so this is the inn, as you may recall. I'm trying to see if we can, like, yeah, we can kind of place it like in a way where it's just not gonna survive the placement. Thought that might be kind of cool. Let's see. Like, yeah, there's definitely not enough support for it here. There we go. Give that a second. There it goes. Oh, floor's coming down first. Whoa. Alrighty. Starting to crumble. There we go. Yep, there it goes. Wow. That corner will probably stay up here forever, though, on the hill. Ooh, there goes a big portion of it right there. Yeah, check that out. Looks like that's going to hold just fine. Let's float up here real quick. Alright, you know, no biggie. It's no biggie. We can work with this, I think. Okay, how about this? I've got the fort. There he goes. Does that look familiar? Now, the interesting thing about this is you can actually see the underground portion, right? The part that I did underground. Let me kind of get in a little bit closer here. But there you go. That was the secret passage down, and you know, went down into the cellar room there, and then down even further, and then out to the logger's cabin that was out back. Everything was grabbed because all of those blocks are connected. But there you go. There's the fort, and you can see the walls. What was interesting when I grabbed this was that it actually completed the walls. All of the stone, or not all of the walls out front of the fort were stone yet. They were just wood frames. But I guess when you save it out, it kind of completes those, I guess. So we could put the fort here, and it would take a little bit of a tumble. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and land, and then maybe bring this in a bit, and then just set it down. You can see it's floating in the air here. I would imagine things are going to slow down a bit for me, but that's okay. Just put this right above us here. Something. Let's see. Where were you going at? I think I had to get it kind of close to the ground. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. It's going to take it a second to spawn in. We're going to run underneath it here. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's hung up on something. It's not falling anymore. You can see it floating a little bit, though. It's trying to decide what to do. Surprisingly, it's still running decently here. Is it going to come my way? You can see pieces falling off of the door. So let's just fly up here a bit, since it's not fully coming down just yet. Let's kind of take a peek here. Let's actually run inside here. We'll actually land. Ugh. Okay, so here we are. You can see it's still trying to figure out what it's doing. The W is gone. I think that might be because we don't have the mods. Whoa, whoa. It's crumbling. We're falling here. It's like a giant floating castle. It's crashing. Like a giant airship. It's starting to come down around us. Let's get out of here. Okay, so we've got the bottom part is hit, and there goes the rest of it, crumbling down. Now it actually might be somewhat stable. Maybe it'll stabilize. Let's drop down here really quick. We're really just caught on this, on some of this stuff back here. Yeah, and some of these parts may that have broken may actually disappear eventually, and then the rest of the fort would come down. But there you go. Surprisingly, still intact. Okay, that'll just about wrap this thing up. I hope you guys come back for Chapter 3 starting very soon with myself, Vortac Mojo, Kalohe Izzy, and potentially some others. I'm going to have some links on the screen here for Vortac and Mojo. If you guys check them out, I would really appreciate that. They are playing with me and making videos as well here, Medieval Engineers. So anyway, yeah, check them out if you get a chance. Otherwise, we're really hoping to see you guys next time around. Thanks for watching as always. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.